Today we will be talking about the unsinkable Molly Brown. Her actual name was Margaret, and her friends called her Maggie, but she has gone down in history as Molly Brown. She was a socially activist and philanthropist who became famous for surviving a shipwreck, which is kind of like the worst reason to be famous. If you can see, Kathy Bates was very well cast in James Cameron's Titanic. She really was determined to find a rich guy and marry a rich dude, because she was like, I want to be able to take care of my dad, and I want to find a guy who is loaded so that he can help me do that. And instead she meets this guy, James Joseph Brown, or JJ, or Jim. She fell in love with him, but he was like super poor, self-educated dude, and she's like, I really was hoping for a rich guy, but you're so sweet and handsome and I love you. Let's get married then. It doesn't matter that I'm poor. It matters a little bit. No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter at all. But it's fine. It's fine if you don't want to marry me. That's cool. It's whatever. No, wait. I guess it would be better to marry somebody for love than for money. And I do love you so let's get married. We can get married? Yeah. Why not? We only live once and we love each other. So they got married. As luck would have it, he struck a seam of some valuable ore and got really rich, so she got, her wish. The moral of this story being never marry for money, I think. While he was mining, she worked in a soup kitchen to help the miners' families, so she was already always very involved with helping the less fortunate. So she's top-notch. Then she goes to Europe, visits this palm reader in Egypt, kind of like for fun, and he's like, oh, I see so much water, so much water. Water, water, water. Ooh, yeah, sounds delicious. And then she goes on the maiden voyage of the RMS Titanic. We all know how it ends, right? It's supposed to be an unsinkable ship. It's definitely not. They ram into an iceberg. Chaos ensues. She keeps her head. She's like, all right, follow me, please. This way to the lifeboats. Everybody on the lifeboats. Maggie, it's time for you to get on the lifeboat. Oh, can I just keep helping these people get on here? No, we're sinking. Get on the goddamn lifeboat. Okay, all right, I'll get on the lifeboat. And then, safe on the lifeboat, watches the ship sink. Lots of people in the water. Very sad, obviously. And then she's like, hey, lifeboat 6, we need to go back and save all of the people in the water. No, they're gonna swamp us or we're gonna get sucked down with the ship. I'm gonna throw you off of lifeboat 6. Ah, okay, sorry. And then she orders the rest of the ladies to grab oars and start rowing so that they could keep warm, because that's the only way that she could convince those snooty first-class ladies to, do physical labor. When the survivors of the Titanic were rescued by the Carpathia, she helped the workers of the Carpathia hand out food and blankets, and by the time the Titanic boarded in New York, everybody had already heard about how amazing and helpful she was. Miss Brown, is it true that you're unsinkable? Ah! Oh, you want to hear from me because I'm famous now. Well, let me tell you about, all of these issues that I feel passionately about. She also spent a lot of time raising money for poor survivors of the Titanic. Miss Brown, what was it like aboard the Titanic? Oh, hello, reporter. Yes, the Titanic was a very sad and scarring experience. But let me tell you about my women's rights beliefs. Did you know that the Titanic was going to sink? No, don't be an ignoramus. Of course I didn't know it was going to sink. It was supposed to be unsinkable. I mean, women's rights. Of course, yes, women's rights. Thank you so much for this interview, Miss Brown. You're welcome. Women's rights. Got it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss our next video about the unmatched William Shakespeare. Live long, prosper, and be kind to animals.